And we got bananas in chat from Ultimate Badass Andy Hugs You. Also Jay's on Fire and Spangleboo. As well as Physex. If there is a mod, please ban Aiden Wobro in chat. Abrosvi, Squiggly Lemon. No, don't ban those people. Jeez! The first person. These are people with bananas. They're perfectly innocent. Sandman09 shouldn't be banned. Dogi Master shouldn't be banned. These are just people with bananas. Do you know what? Just forget whatever I said. Okay? Someone was being naughty, and then I told you to ban a load of people. I'm very sorry, moderators. I've made your life difficult now. Don't make me a moderator or delete too many comments and ban too many people, says the OSIB. I'll write down your name and remember that. If ever it comes up, I'll be like, not that person. They already confessed to their future crimes. Let's log into Hermitcraft. Thank you everyone for the bananas, by the way. Leah says, what name did you say, Asuma? I can't really remember it now. They'll probably now be quiet and you won't see why they need banning, or they'll probably say it again. I don't know. Right, this is kind of loud for me. This music's kind of loud in my eardrum, you know. I like noises in my ear, but that's a bit loud. Now, music can never be too loud. Even when it's extremely loud and deafening you, it's still amazing. I got a hot cup of tea here. Let's have a sip. Thanks to our new streaming schedule, I can have a tea right at the beginning. Oh, ow, actually that is a little bit hot. It's been about 15 minutes, so yeah, give it another 5 and it'll be good to go. So, peeps, live stream schedule. Today is Friday, and that means Hermitcraft, and talk like this. It's 6 where I am. This is the time when we're going to be starting these streams on a Friday from now on. I got a thing that we're going to do. We're going to start off though by dumping some items into this chest over here. We need to grab something that we got a lot of that's easy to tear up again. Actually, I know what to get. We need the knight. I'm the only one on. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, we need the knights. That's one important thing. You got cobblestone in you. I don't know why. We've actually got the dirt kind of close to where we're going to be using it. So I'll show you what's up in a moment. Sapient Prophet has resubscribed for 6 months in a row. Thank you for resubscribing. I Live in Pyro for 18 months in a row, year and a half. Thank you so much for the wonderful support. TS Boehm 1 subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. And JJ21994 subscribed. Thank you everyone for the subscribes. I appreciate it ever so much, and I of course hope you enjoy today's stream. I want to grab that. No, leave one behind. I want to grab that. Maybe some fence posts would be smart as well. We're going to go build something. It's going to be temporary. You'll see what this is all about. You'll see very soon, don't worry. Let's grab a rocket. Etone Derives says X, the tab schedule. For some reason, information that is not really accurate. For February, I'll be streaming on even days. And most people playing for Sky Factory 3. The tab schedule. Where does that appear? Please let me know. Okay, we're going to be heading down here, by the way. Going to be working in this area. Going to do something very cool today. You may have noticed the title of the stream, a little bit unusual. What's that about, you're thinking? You're thinking, Asuma, what's that about? You're about to find out. That's what it's about. It's about you being about to find out. Alright? If that were a tongue twister, or it made you confused, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be funny, okay? I'm trying to be entertaining as well. I'm not just, you know, good at Minecraft, okay? I'm not just an idiot who does silly things that you enjoy. I can be funny. I can tell a joke. That being said, I can never remember a joke when someone asks. Leah is here resubscribing for 4 months in a row. Thank you so much, Leah. Appreciate it. I wonder if I can tempt Asuma to have a cheese toasty. Oh, no. You put the thought in my head. I don't ever buy cheese on its own, like. So I don't really want to eat cheese for several reasons. But it's really tasty, which is bad. So I have it every now and then with a meal as a treat. But I don't buy like a block of cheese. You'll never find a block of cheese in my fridge. And that means the regular majority of my meals, getting things confused in my brain again. They don't have cheese in, so I can't make a cheese toasty. But goodness me, could I go for a cheese I feel like I need a cheese toasty in my life, you know? I feel like I need one. Okay, so we're out here. We're going to build a spawning platform. And we're going to get mobs to spawn, and we're going to try and capture them. That is the plan for this stream. Okay, we've got a little way in and out here. We need to... Actually, no, we don't even need to put lights on that area. because it's Mushroom Island over there, so it shouldn't be a problem. Assumer, the tab schedule is on your Twitch information. Scroll down, sees eTony derives. It's really weird that you say that because I remember updating that last month. Like, so maybe my updates that I made didn't change. Now, you said February. I've definitely updated it many times after February. I know that I forgot for a couple of months, but I updated it last month, so I'm very surprised to hear it says that down there. I've actually got some notes open already for things I need to do later in the day. So, Twitch schedule tab. Should have thought of updating that already, really. You need a derp compilation, says Lost. I'm going to call you Lost. Okay, is that alright? If I need one, someone can make one. If someone wants to put themselves through the agony of watching all of my derps, then, you know, go right ahead. Make that compilation, but don't torture yourself, you know. It's a hazardous occupation, watching derps. Right, now the sun is coming up, which I don't like, because we wanted mobs to spawn over here. We got a resub from Dogi Master saying, hey X, love your content, XVX Pro. Thank you for the resubscribe, man, appreciate it. Also, we got a Goldie Face. Riblicky, that's not how I've said it before, is it? Riblicky, oh goodness me. 132 has resubscribed for 18 months in a row. 2 Twitch babies saying, wow, 1.5 years. Time flies, that's what they say, isn't it? It flies. Time slips away. It slips away into the future. Mr. Axa says, X slacking. I'm not slacking, what you on about? I don't know what this is about. Rash Cole says, Corrales is the original derp. That's true, Corrales is the original derp for sure. Honkit, thank you for the nice message, appreciate that. Assume you're struggling today, says Anita. What am I struggling with? Specifics, always specifics. Samman09 has resubscribed for 3 months in a row. Thank you for resubscribing, buddy. Saying too bad I'm at work when you are streaming. Oh, I'm sorry about that, dude. Although I do stream on the weekends at 8 in the morning, which would be... Is it 10 or 14 hours ago? I think it would be 10 hours ago. I don't know if that's helpful for you. But maybe if you want to catch a stream on the weekend. Anyway, appreciate the support ever so much. Ninja Dog 2121 has subscribed. Welcome aboard. I appreciate your subscription. I hope you enjoy the stream and have some fun hanging out with us. What are you building, says Wonder. I'm building a platform made out of dirt to spawn mobs on. And right about now, I'd love to have a builder's one. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? That'd make my life easy. X, I feel like the swamp would look better if the path was less structured and more organic. I would actually agree with you. However, I think once all the trees are sort of built up around it, it shouldn't be too much of a bother. I kind of went into that with, oh look, here's a design. Let's make sure I replicate it perfectly. And once you start doing that, once you've got a path, like, and it's got a perfect structure to it, you kind of don't want to stop. But now that I think about it, it is kind of bad, really. Like, the path never started that way. Once it got into the clay, it had a bit of structure, which I think is a place it could have structure. Actually, do you know what? I can justify it all now. Okay, so you're digging through the clay. You know, you might do that a little bit more structured. And then this is a structure. Like, speaking of structures, that's a structure, okay? It's not just a path on the ground that people have walked on. It's a bridge that's been built. So I think actually it's all right. Ice Demon says, Asuma noticed me. I've read your message. You have been noticed. I hope that satisfies you. I hope that was good enough. Put pillars on the inside corner of the path. I think I know what you mean. It's fine how it is. Yeah, like just around there. It's fine how it is. I'm going to leave it alone. It's cool. But I know what you mean. Well, I think this is probably going to be big enough, but let's just make it another 3 blocks deep, I think, and then we'll see how that performs at night time. The trees are called mangroves, says Jodet. Yeah, I'm getting lots of comments to call this a mangrove swamp. That's going to be its official name, which I was going to announce at some point. You should add something like vines to your mountainside near the swamp. My what side? I do have some vines, though. X, you like pickles. I like, what are they called? Oh, goodness me, what are they called? Oh, it's going to drive me mad now. They put them in the burgers at McDonald's. I think it begins with Q. Turning Guck says, isn't there vegan cheese? I don't know, it would taste the same as regular though. There probably is. I'm not really interested in trying that though. Like, it's like the fake meat that they do. It's not as great when it tries to be something else. I should probably try it though. I'll have a look and see what it's like. Cat says, X, torch it up. What? Why would I torch this up? That makes no sense. What tea do you have? Says Eon. I have a everyday tea, actually. Pickles, cucumber, gherkins! Oster 2000, gherkins, that's what they are. Begins with G then, not Q. Which is quite different. In other ways, maybe quite similar, I don't know. But gherkins, man, oh, gherkins are great. So we got noises in the ear. Cats is here for donations saying, I'm super tired today, so please don't do the sleepy voice. The sleepy voice, you're falling asleep again. Da 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 da. But yeah, if I stop talking midstream, I fell asleep. Anywho, morning X, how are you this lovely day? Is it morning or is it evening? Because you're tired, but it's the morning apparently. I don't know what's going on over there, cats, but I appreciate the support as always. I'm having a good day actually. I've had one of those days where I thought I was like behind on videos, man. I'm a stress head. I'm always stressing about videos and stuff. And then I realised actually, like, you know, with some good recording and everything kind of came together, did some stuff with Ren, and then before you know it, I'm like, oh, everything's kind of on track and I can relax now. And I played a bit of guitar and enjoyed that. Going to play more guitar later. Going to keep playing guitar. Play guitar every day. Jeez. Sorry, just reminded myself. Yeah, I uploaded a video of me playing Moth Until Flame Into Flame on my second channel. If you like guitaring or anything guitar related, please go check it out. It is the hardest song that I can play, I think. Well, with exception to a couple that I'm learning, that's the hardest song that I can basically play through relatively decently. And it is awesome to play. Really, really enjoy it. And when I record it, I kind of fluffed up a bit at the end. I can't seem to... I'm getting a little bit better over time, but I can't seem to record playing guitar without feeling some sort of intensity. And it always just interrupts the flow of playing guitar a little bit. But I've kind of realised that when I play guitar, I make a fair few mistakes when I play anyway. It's just that no one's watching, and I just like, oh, I got that bit wrong, I'll try and get it right next time, and just keep on playing. As soon as there's a camera on you, you're kind of overthinking a lot of it. So it makes it all a little bit more intense, you know. I probably shouldn't start off that close to what's going on over here. Harvey J Gaming says, X, are you a vegan? I'm not a vegan. You can call me a part-time vegan, but I don't like how, like, people have lots of, I don't know, opinions on, like, I don't know, dietary choice. Like I eat the way I eat for several different reasons, and I ain't trying to tell anyone else how to eat. I'm more than happy to give you advice if you want to be healthy and eat healthy and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, everyone's got their own choice, right? I was talking about this with a friend the other day. Just like it's like not a big deal. Like if someone wants to do things differently, do you? But yeah, basically I try not to eat animal produce as much as I can, to an extent, you know, because it's so difficult to avoid that stuff. So I do my best where I can. And also, it's kind of healthy not to eat cheese, you know. Cheese is utterly delicious, but it ain't really good for you. It'll make you a bit porky if you eat too much, you know what I mean? Hannabis says, I was vegetarian for a while. I hate mock meat too. Veggies are so much better. Yeah, the mock meat, like, there's not much that tastes great when it tries to imitate meat. But there's see, here's the thing, like, when I stopped eating meat, like, my diet got so much better because I started learning about all these other types of foods that I could eat. Like, I found the wonderful world of hummus. I love my hummus. Yeah, and like, you don't have to like stop eating meat to eat other foods and expand your diet a little bit. But yeah, learned a lot about other types of food. But yeah, all of that kind of like replica, oh, it tastes like this, you know, it's sort of like cheese stuff. It's like, don't try and be what it's not, you know, because some of that stuff's actually really nice tasting. Cheese is good for the soul, says Catastrophic. I couldn't agree more. It's definitely good for the soul. I used to eat like slabs of cheese as a snack. Oh, it's ridiculously unhealthy, but Damn tasty. Damn tasty, that's what I say. My favourite cheese was Cheshire cheese. Right? It is crumbly. When you eat it, it sort of breaks apart. Oh, it's so nice. And I used to mix it with other things as well. Oh no, I'm getting food cravings now. We got noises in the ear though. Kaz Fu is here, resubscribing for 26 months in a row. Yeah, nice to see you, Kaz. So glad to finally catch you again. Keep up the great work, X. Thank you, appreciate it. Yellow Harold, resubscribed for 18 months in a row, saying, "Hey Asuma, had a cheese toasty. Delicious. You should get yourself a cheese toast." It sort of looked like you said chest toasty. Cheese toasty. You can have tea and cheese toasty. Just get a cheese toasty. How many times are you saying this word, man? You're trying to get it stuck in my head. Jeez. Delicious. Yeah, I think I might have to treat myself at some point. Like I said, I have it every now and then, but I just make sure it's not part of my regular diet, you know. I'm not really sure how much benefit there is to eating cheese. Like, every food has its thing that it gives you, but a lot of stuff is generally things that are found in many different foods. Like protein, for example, it's kind of in a lot of stuff, you know. Like, you don't need to get it from one place. Garth 012 resubscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you for using your Prime subscription on me. I appreciate it ever so much. DJ Carrot says also the reason you get fat is not fat, it's sugar, because you consume more sugar than your liver can process. It is stored fat. Yes, that's quite accurate. You see, fat itself is it's a form of energy, stored energy. So there's fats that you can eat and fatty foods that are actually healthy for you. It's processed fats and sugars that generally end up equating to body fat. And just so you know, apparently we're on to a food talky one. I do these every now and then. We talk about food. I didn't know what we were going to talk about when I started streaming today. If you had asked me to guess earlier, I would have said guitar, because I've had guitar on the mind a lot lately. Been really enjoying it. Been playing tons of Metallica, just absolutely loving it. You know, like Ride the Lightning is like one of my childhood albums. It's just like I could listen to that album all day long and never get bored or sick of it. I love it. And when you're playing those songs, you get so much enthusiasm for it. And then at the same time, it's like it doesn't get boring. I've literally played the song back to back like 2 or 3 times in a row. And I could play it like 10 times in a day. I just love it. It's amazing. X, what's your favourite food, says Socus. I would say chicken enchiladas used to be my favourite. Then I started eating veggie enchiladas, and I don't know what my favourite is at the moment. I really like curries. I love a vegetable masala. That's my favourite curry. In fact, I'm going to have one. Next time I have a curry, it'll be a vegetable masala. We got to go farm some of these acacia sapling. I felt like I just heard the rocket sound. Oh, hang on, no, it's night time. Okay. I am not prepared. X is not prepared. X is not prepared. Let's see. Trying to think of all the things that I need to think about, and make sure I don't forget to think about things that I need. Right, so we'll take the names. I guess we need to rename them. Captured. Yeah, we need that, and I haven't even prepared a spot yet. We're gonna start off with zombies, I think. What other like semi-passive mobs are there? A zombie pigman would be a really good one. Aha! Ha! Spider. I can't really. I might be able to do a spider. Don't shoot. Jeez. No. I can hear it's going wrong already. Okay, we need to kick that guy's butt. No. Don't bounce off! Why are you bouncing off? Attack me, not my friend. Okay. Oh, let's get rid of that guy as well. See you later. Go for a swim. Oh, this is stressful, isn't it? It's stressful. I like your goldy armor, man. Goldy armor's pretty cool. Now, don't be hitting me because I've got thorns on probably, right? That's how this usually goes. Now, I need you to... The peeps want to know. They want to know what I'm doing. So follow me and we'll show them, okay? Did I leave the door open? I left the door open. What a wally. I'll put the door there to close it. Right, so we need a location for you. This over here is kind of perfect, man. Let's go and make a little bridge. Don't get too close to me now. Okay, I'm going to stand over here. Don't jump. Alright, no. You see, I told you not to do that. That's all going to go wrong. Right, so this place here is kind of good. I want to see you hanging out down... Ooh. Okay, maybe we should... Yeah, we'll put that back. Right, Oh, do you know what? It might be easier just to get you... Yeah. You come in here. Come in this way. Right, X is hanging out up here. You see X, don't you? Look. It's an assumer. You like following me. Usually you cause me all sorts of bother. Oi, cause me some... You've seen the villagers, haven't you? You've seen the villagers off in the distance. Now come and irritate me. What's going on with this fella, man? It's like he's interested in villagers more than killing a player. Okay, we might have made a bad decision. No, might have made a good decision there. Oh, I think that actually probably worked in our favour. Right, they just need you to go in here, you know. Okay, let's make sure he's properly captured. Right, I can put one there. Aha! This way, young man. What do I have to do to get you to come over here? This is a bucket of water. A bucket of water would be nice. Well, we captured a zombie. We're off to a good start with this, really. Punch him, says Dr. Baldwin. He's already been shot by a enchanted arrow a couple of times, so I'm not terribly keen on doing that. Why did I come over here? What did I need? A bucket of water. Just a bucket of water. Right. There we go. The OSIB has resubscribed for 2 months into work, saying, love your work. Thank you ever so much, man. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Have a good time with us. We're trying to put zombies in trees. It's so confusing, isn't it? Why is X putting a zombie in a tree again? Again? I don't remember doing this the first time. Okay. Let's... Don't attack me. No! No! Very, very bad zombie. Okay, I should have put a roof on him. Put a roof on it. There you go, you got a roof on you now. Okay, you've been captured. Ow! I told you not to do that. Excellent stuff. Okay, now I wanted to get the log facing downwards, so I guess the opposite of down is up. Oh, come on. Don't eat! Now is not the time for eating. Time is placing block time. Now, yep, it works in the end. That's kind of a weird visual thing. I guess I should remove the block below it. Ooh, that's okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. Right, and now I need that woods back. You've got my wood, you cheeky so-and-so. Okay, let's pick up this stuff. Right, so you can't escape, but we can see you. And I probably want to remove the blocks below your feet, so people can't see you waving your arms about like that. Yeah. Hannabins is here doing a cheer, throwing some bits at me, saying this is me celebrating the completion of my year-long school project. Congratulations on completing your school project. What was the project about? I need to know now. Goodness me. I appreciate the support though. Thank you ever so much. And thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the stream. And right, nothing else has spawned yet. No, Joe's on now, so that means our spawning days are over, aren't they, basically? Remove the water derp, says Ice12526. I want to remove the water. I don't want no water in the swamp, jeez. Right, I think what we need to do is lower this guy down a little bit so we can't see his silly shenanigans. Well, with Joe on, we're probably not going to get any more spawns over here, but I'll keep my eye on it. And we'll have to grow some trees over here, won't we? I might have a batch off in the... Oh, I do. Thank goodness. We need to go grab this batch over here then. Ow! It's a Singaporean A-levels project work, says Hannah Bins. Ah, okay. I feel like I don't really know much more about it though. A-levels though. A-levels. They still have them here in the UK. They were a thing. They were a thing when I was at school. Make sure to ask Joe to sleep. Not to sleep, says another JT. Well, I would, but... Oh, actually, yeah, you're probably right. And let's add a smiley face, because it's not a panicked asking now. It's a hey, please don't sleep. He'll understand. It'll be okay. And now I'm thinking, let's sleep because it's so dark while I'm chopping these trees. Nightmares will not visit me, I swear it. So Joe ain't having nightmares on here. That's not what's going to happen. Why don't you fix your pick, says Rash. Because I've got other things to do. My fear and unease will be entirely waking. Oh, that Joe. He's a poet and he don't know it. No, he does know he's a poet. Okay, I hear groaning. That'll be from the caves below us. We're too far away to capture another zombie. And wherever terrible vision, and whatever terrible visions I perceive will be corporally manifest. No dream start. You've lost me with the corporally manifest, Joe. The big words confuse the X-Man, okay? That's where I get confused. Evil Dark Fool has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you for your subscription. I appreciate you using your Prime subscription on me. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Have a good time. I got a guitar story to tell all of you. It's more probably interesting for the guitarists out there. I tried to change the strings on my guitar. Now this weren't no regular restringing. By the way, if you're thinking this song is incredibly creepy, it is. It's called Birth of a Shadow. And it's like you're listening to the birth of an evil shadow. Yeah. Oh! You hear that creepy stuff going on in the background? Goodness me, where are those bells coming from? They sound like they're coming from a graveyard. I love stuff like this. It's wonderfully, like, imaginative and scenic. So I restringed my guitar, and I put thicker strings on it, and that threw my Floyd Rose out of whack, and my whammy bar was just all raised up at the back. It was horrible. I was like, what have I done? Eventually, after looking at some videos on YouTube, I found out why it had happened. So then I put on some other strings, and I think the ones I put on now are slightly smaller gauge than what I had before. So it's kind of actually balanced the guitar out a little bit better. But yeah, you know, guitarists out there that know what I'm talking about, they probably know, ah, you had that happen to you, did you? You live and you learn, you never do that again. Shani Bit the Cat says, oh god, so creepy. Random Coaster Troy says, it's like it's almost Halloween. Yeah, it's like it's going to be Halloween soon. Goodness me. Wolf Machio has subscribed. Welcome aboard, as it said on the screen. Appreciate your Prime subscription, man. Thank you. Mute the music, please. Eon, I apologise, but the music's part of my streaming. I don't think I'm capable of going more than half an hour without music playing. I'm not joking. If I go downstairs and there's not music on the speaker, I feel uneasy. I go, oh no, we need some music. It's not right without music. Did Tango enjoy his unpranking, says Skokus? I don't know. I'm waiting to see his reaction. I imagine he'll like it. He did say that he wanted the Asuma bit gone, so I figured, well, what about putting Tango Tech there? That was a fun video. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed making the little Master of Puppets cover as well. That was really good. Read of this stream archived, yes, says Shani Bit the Cat. What? The streams don't get archived here on Twitch. They go onto my second channel on YouTube. That's how I've been doing it since day dot, as they say, the old day dot. I don't know what happened to day 1 or 0, but day dot is apparently a thing. I love Orang's music. It's so atmospheric. Absolutely. Ender Dan says, have you heard the new Trivium album? I have not. Vintage Thief says, every time X says peeps, everyone in the chat has to say whoop. Whoop whoop. You can say whoop if you want to. Be my guest. Let's keep collecting those saplings. That's what I need so I can keep growing the trees and keep this farm going as well, you know. Let's grow that one up and chop it down as well. We also need the wood for making the trees, so it's all part of the cycle over here. So this is the grind, you know. This is the hustle at the moment on the server. That chopping tree chat is literally typing whoop everywhere. The chat is full of whoop whoop. Can you put Cubs Island under a gigantic dome of dirt? Says Guinea Pig Mart. No, I don't think I would enjoy that. I don't think he would appreciate it either. I think that would be kind of silly. I don't know. Kind of silly to build, like, you know, a big old structure around your base, you know, that's just one big ugly blob of various colour, whatever that is. Maybe it's not even colour. Buckman CX says, will there be a new release and more mob heads of everything in one pack? No, they're deliberately separate because they're two different systems. So I separated them to try to make it easier to install, right? Because otherwise you've got two set of instructions for one thing. But it seems like people don't seem to understand that they are actually separate systems. So it's kind of like, I think whatever way around you do it, someone's going to get confused. So it won't be released and packaged, although when data packs are a thing, we then might be able to put it all into one thing. But until data packs are around, in 1.13, it will probably just be what it is now. In fact, I think I'm done updating it. The only thing I can't figure out is this whole shulker box thing. I constantly get people like telling me the shulker box stuff is broken, but it isn't for me. Like, it works, and I don't understand what's wrong. So yeah, I haven't been able to fix that. Nikki Died says, is it you that built the giant ocean around your base, or did you get help from anyone? The giant ocean is just, it was already there when I got here, you know, I didn't have to build any of this. Bugman says, did you know that it includes extra shulker shell drops and the elytra wings on death? This is undocumented. They're optional. Just when you unpackage the zips, don't pick out the stuff from Hermitcraft. If you pick the regular stuff, that doesn't have the extra drops. Maybe that's why it's broken. Maybe people... I just realised, because I don't use the same file. I use the one with extra drops. Maybe that's... Okay, I'll have to look into that. It just kind of occurred to me now why it's broken for some people and not me. It's because there's two files to pick from. Nikki Dice says, no, the giant ocean. Yes. Yeah, no, this was here when I got here. Oh, ow. Are you still doing the mementos? Haven't seen any added in a while, says Did Trip 6. I am. It's just something that skips your mind, you know, and then you go a few episodes and you forget to collect stuff. What I'll do is, next time I get to that project, I'll just I'll think back over what things should be mementos and such. But it would be nice to pick up on things at the time, you know. Okay, right, we've got plenty of saplings. We need to replant the farm, though. X, can you narrate my life, says Brandon. Imagine that. Imagine if you could have, like, a narrate option. Like, there's a movie about... I'm sure this is a thing. I'm sure this is like a movie or a comedy sketch where someone's able to turn on, like, a narration. In fact, I think there's a movie, doesn't it have Will Ferrell in, where his life's being narrated to him as he's living, because someone's writing a book about him, he's actually a fictional character. Yama Eugene Atema says, how is it possible that we've been on for 30 minutes and there hasn't been a derp yet? It must be the times, you know, times are changing. By the way, we've had noises in the ear. Comboy has resubscribed for 16 months, thank you for your resubscription. Brand4's resubscribing for 18 months in a row. That's 2 Twitch babies saying, forget not to remember. What? Forget not to... I'm confused. Been watching since your Hermitcraft vids. Since Season 3 and stream sub a year and a half by now. Still love your content. Thanks. Appreciate the wonderful message, buddy. I'm glad you're still enjoying what we're up to here. Panorama with a no derps update. That's good to know. Colligraph says, click Adam Sandler. Click wasn't about having a narration, was it? Maybe the movie was narrated. I thought Click was about his family. I loved that movie when it came out. That was a really good movie. I'll probably like to watch that again at some point. The Dutch Yannick says, what's your favourite tea? Oh, good question. At the moment, probably every day. I've been really enjoying every day lately. Stranger Than Fiction, great movie, says Knight Rider. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Conboy says, I'd love to have Morgan Freeman be the narrator for my life. I think everyone would. Asuma has installed the No Dirt mod, says Brandafors. Don't tell everyone, jeez. Don't tell everyone I'm cheating. Chunyu, no worries at all. Enjoy your sleep. Rest well, my friend. Rest well. So we were doing this, weren't we? We will continue doing this then. So we need to lower this chappy down by a block or two. I think the best way to do that would be to get rid of the water here, dig this bit down, and then go underneath. I said dramatically. I think our friend is... Ew, I got a feeling something weird's happened here. No, you're just jumping up and down. You're just happy to see me. Okay. That's actually okay, right. So now we've got to fill this in with water. Very good. And we can't see that annoying little hand poking out. Right, so now we got a zombie inside the tree. That's phase 1, peeps. That's just phase 1. Now we've got to go find Polly. Have you ever tried the narrator in Minecraft, says Pigo Nutto. Yeah, but only when doing those videos. Oh, goodness me. I can't fly into my base for some reason. What is with me? There we go. Yeah, I never really thought of just leaving it on, though, while we're playing. Hello, Polly. Polly, want a cracker? Polly, want a cracker, do ya? Come with me, Polly. Got a job for you. That's right, Polly. Fly. Can you fly as fast as me, though? Soon we're going to get away from you. Where are you, Polly? I don't see you. Right, let's hope Polly can teleport. That would be convenient if Polly would teleport. I don't think Polly can teleport. No, Polly teleported! You magical parrot! How did you do that? How did you do... Ugh. How did you do that? Right. We need you to come over to this tree. We need to find a little branch, little ledge for you, Polly. You need a new home. Ow. Not down in the water. Somewhere, actually on that little perch there would be nice. Polly! Polly, I tell you, where are you? Where's that silly little bird gone? Oi, over here. That's right, come to X. Don't go in the water, Polly. Polly! Don't go in the water. Right, that's better. Up here. I need an empty hand. Oh, wait, what are we doing? No, not down there. Hang on, hang on. Right, you're on my shoulder. If I jump, you're going to come off the shoulder. If I had slabs, like I could... No, wait, is it shifting or jumping? Ah, it's shifting. So if I walk you to your destination, then I hold down shift. Yep, Polly, no, come back, come back. Polly, jeez. No, I'm in the water now. This is not working. It's not working. That'll do. Good job, Polly. Good job. Where did I place that other log? Didn't I place one down out of place? I'm getting confused. Right, I think we look okay now. Now what Polly's going to do is make the sound of a zombie, right? Although now I think about it, the zombie should probably be lower down. X, why is it so dark in your base, says Endrush. I don't know. I haven't figured that one out. Polly had a derp, says Brandon. Polly did, I didn't. I ain't hitting the derp counter. Quiet now. Right. I think I need to pause the music. So what does this sound like when we're nearby? I feel like maybe the zombie needs to be lower down. I'm probably going to like learn about sound distances later on and make it so that Polly can let us hear the zombie, but we don't hear the zombie itself. Kind of sounds like a baby zombie as well. Right, now it's time to look off into the distance. Introspectively. No, not like that. Just to see if there's any mobs spawned, okay? Maybe if you were to put some lights on the ocean, it would be brighter, says Zydecan. It probably would be brighter if I put lights on it, but then again, it's an ocean. I think it's just supposed to be there, you know, doing its thing. The Twitch app bugs and calls me to watch an ad when they don't want to, says Charlie Panda. That old Twitch app, eh? Write a complaint. Write a letter to the head of Twitch. Said I use your app. It was rubbish. Ah. I guess we'll just have to wait. Like, we don't want to skip day. Maybe I could work on this bit. Or I could work on planting down some more trees. Problem is, if I work on the trees, I'm a little too close to that. So I think the logic of the situation has determined the outcome, right? Right, you know what I'm saying? Alpha, Papa, Palantine, jeez, that's a crazy name, has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying. Resume music, says Jason. Hey, that's why I was starting to feel all like tense and unsettled because the music was paused. Oh, back to Ghost Keys. Look, I'm clapping my hands, peeps. It's happened again. I'm right. Okay, enough of that. I always love to point out the Ghost Keys. I guess I don't know what it's like seeing Ghost Keys as a viewer, but it really hits you when you're playing and all of a sudden you're like moving out of your control. That's why I always feel the need to sort of, oh look what's happening, you know, because it's more of a system shock to me. If you're watching You might just think, oh, that X is just moving sideways again, like he always does. Yeah, you might just be thinking it's the usual derpage, you know. But it's not. It's not, I tell ya. Okay. Right, we need more of that brown stuff. Some of that as well. That'll do. Just chuck away some of this junk. Too much junk in the trunk. Got to get rid of it. That can go up there. Right, and then we need the brown stuff. Where's the brown stuff? Here it is. That's not enough. That's not enough. One of these should have voila inside of it. And oh, there it is. We can craft some more. Bam. Very good, very good. So we've got plenty of that. So we've got 3 of the materials. Podzol, jungle wood. What's the other one that we used up there? Wasn't it grass? Made grass paths? I think that was it. I think those are the materials. That brown stuff is concrete, says Papercat. It's concrete powder, actually. I'll have you know. Our boss says, I love it when X claps his hands. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it. You know, some say I'm the greatest clapper in the land. That sounds like a metaphor for something dirty. It really does. Ghosting, system attributed derping, says Spotty Skunk. It's not a derp. I'm not kidding you. Sometimes it's like I'm holding down the key on the keyboard, but I'm not. You know, it's just being ghostly. That's why I call it ghosting. Jason Hayes says, X, you have to read the comments on your Moth Until Flame cover yet. I read some of them a couple of hours ago. We'll read more later. I always go back and like try and read every comment on my guitaring videos. Very passionate about that at the moment. Mirror Master says, what's your favourite grass block? Well, there's grass. And there's grass. I guess that one's my favourite then. Why are stacks in Minecraft 64 instead of 100, says DJ Carrot King. That is an interesting question. If you don't know the answer, you've probably not been around computers and numbers enough, okay? Like, when I was growing up, computers were a bit more technical, I think might be the word. I don't know, you had to know a bit more about them, right? They weren't very user-friendly. And so you saw numbers like 64 a lot, like, you know, 64 megabytes of RAM. What it is basically, I think you might attribute it to binary, but yeah, I think it might be, I don't know the best way to describe why it's linked to binary, but basically it's like a number, 1, and then you double it, you get 2, then you get 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1,024, 2,048, 4,096, you know, 8,192. I could go on. It's like the doubling of numbers each time, right? So I think that's related to binary, but that's how computers work. They work with that kind of base of numbers, and so the code that this stuff is written in, I believe it has strings of information that can be a certain length of code or whatever, and it just so happens the bit that does the number of, you know, how many of this block do I have goes up to a maximum of 64. I think, I'm half guessing, I believe that's how it works. 4 bits all on 1 equals 64, says Dr. Logic. Well, there you go. So it might be that the string of information that stores how much you can have of items is a, what was it? 4 bits is 4 bits, so it can count up to 64. Base of 2, says Branterfors. That's what it's called. I've heard that expression before. Base of 2. Yeah, that sounds about right. You are correct, says Great Engineer. Thank you. But what if Great Engineer isn't correct? How will we ever know? No, I appreciate that. It does sound reasonable. I might have, you know, derped a couple of words or phrases, but pretty sure we're on the right path there of explaining that. I thought you were going to reread that comment. It cracked me up, though. Ultimate Badass Andy Hugs you says, I like base 1 because there is only one number you need to know. That's true. You can be an expert in that field, can't you? I know all the numbers in base 1, and it sounds big and important as well because it's got a 1 at the front. Makes you sound very, very smart, doesn't it? You know, you're not on 2 or B or some sort of, you know, regulated number. You're number 1. You're the top. Cream of the crop, you know? You'd flaunt that. Oh, we didn't check. Let's do a check. Skelly Bob. I don't want to do a Skelly Bob because they shoot me. Then again, I can probably take a bit of a beating. Should we do... Let's do a Skelly Bob. Let's do a Skelly Bob. There's one here. The sun's probably going to come up soon. We might miss our opportunity. So what we need is those logs. They were useful. A name tag and a place for it to go. Let's get that prepared in advance this time. Where's that Skelly Bob going to go? I could make the base of one of these trees a little bit bigger. So why don't we see if we can get it to find its way to this spot. So this time what I'll do is I'll have this little area here cleared out first. So we kind of want to get the skeleton down here. I'm wondering if it makes sense for me to run in here and then block it off as it comes through. Okay, that won't work. So yeah, if I get into that hole and block it off and then swim out the other side, that might just work. Huh! Amazing jump. Ah! Alright. Enough of that. I don't know what that sound was, but we never want to hear it again, do we? That was my groan of disappointment. Okay. And podzol. A little bit of wood is what we need in there. Eisenberg says, X, do you also talk with that bright and cheerful voice in your everyday life from the computer, or do you sound like more like 2012 Asuma? Probably sound a little bit more like 2014 Asuma, I'm guessing. Not that bad, jeez. Not like that at all. I wish Hermitcraft had 10 Asumas, the projects would be amazing, says Snowpence. I don't know, variety is the spice of life, man. If everything was the same flavour as me, it'd be pretty boring, I think. That's just my opinion, you know. Derp, click the derp, says Drelfian. Well, that wasn't a me derp. That was just an unfortunate bit of luck. That's the way I classify that. That's not a derp, you know. You know, if I'd have killed the skeleton, oh goodness me, that button would have got destroyed, wouldn't it? You know, the keyboard would have broke, but that wasn't the case. Wasn't the case at all. A little bit more podzol in this area. If you don't know what we're doing, by the way, we're just... While we're waiting for mobs to spawn, we're just working on this area a little bit. Now it's daytime, though. We could actually just go over there and work on the next thing, which would be... Let's put a log there. What would it be? The trees. The trees. Yeah, that's what we were doing. Derp, he forgot to name the Skelly Bob, says DJ Carrot King. I didn't even get to the Skelly Bob. It despawned on my way over there. Jeez. Jeez, leave me alone. You people are derp fiends, I tell ya. Craving it. Goodness me. I swear that sound is going to be put on Asuma's soundboard, says Macaria Rhoda. We were in TeamSpeak once, and someone actually had an Asuma soundboard while I was in there with them, and it was just kind of hilarious and kind of weird as well, because while I was talking, there was somebody who sounded like me talking, but it was actually a soundboard, and it was me. And do you know what? That was a long time ago. Now I think about it, a very long time ago. Hey Asuma, what do you think of the idea to sleep during the day in Minecraft to make it night, says Blue Boo. That would be convenient. There's a couple of times recently where I've needed it to be night. I think I'm modded as well. And I was literally thinking if I could go sleep in the bed and just make it night, you know. But you can't do that. Now, I think time change just needs to be left alone. You don't need to mess with it. I remember when they first added the ability to skip night, some people were outraged. This is the death of Minecraft, they said. This game's rubbish now. There's always someone saying that, you know. There's always someone saying that. What is your favourite build style, says Cowdy. I don't have a favourite build style. I have to really challenge myself to get in the groove of building. So for me, I guess, well, my favourite style, my favourite thing with building is interiors. When you're enclosed, I find it much easier to put together shapes and patterns. When we're working with the outside of buildings, I really kind of struggle. And I've never really been too much of I wouldn't consider myself a builder because of that. But you know, if I put my head to it, I can build something. It just takes a bit of time, you know. So we filled in this space over here. I feel good about that. That's something that needed doing, wasn't it? And now what we can do is we can go use our bone meal. We can use our saplings, a little bit of dirt, some wood. Let's go grow, bro. Let's go grow some more of those mangrove trees. Your pick needs repair, says Matt Grief. Don't worry about the pick, it'll be fine. We had a noise in my ear. CJ Mac 19 subscribing 7 minutes ago. Goodness me, I'm behind. Thank you for your subscription, buddy. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoy today's stream and have a fantastic time with us. Geography or biology, says Stark Tax. I don't know. I'd probably actually pick geography, maybe. Depends. Like, I did geography at school. Man, that stuff was boring. But then when I got older, certain things about geography actually became quite interesting. But I still think geography, like class, would be boring. I don't know. Oh wow, that area looks amazing, says Bailey Boy. Thank you, Bailey Boy. I've worked very hard on it. Have you finished the community shop? I have. I have finished it a while ago. Roasted Toast says, what is your favourite block? I don't have a favourite block, really. I'm so bad at answering those sorts of questions. Binker says, why did you end up using stone pressure plates rather than grey wool to cover the tops of the roots? I felt like the colour looked nicer, and the shape of it, it just adds a little bit more, you know, less blockiness. You get a little something extra out of that shape. Let's grow a tall one back here. And it's a shortish, well, part of it's kind of short, isn't it? Let's actually get a little bit of a cluster going over here, okay? There we go. Just get a big old mush of treeage. Okay, I want some treeage, and it needs to mush. It needs to mush right now. There we go. Now we can combine this into one big root, is what I think will be really cool. One big cluster of a root. Well, let's put you like that. I like that. It's kind of like one big mangle and you're not really sure where it starts or ends. Very good. Just something different. Got to spice it up, you know. I love geography. Love learning about different places around the world and their cultures, says UTR Rabbit. I learned nothing of culture from my geography classes. What I remember of them, it was just learning stuff like what the different lines on a map mean, and it was just like, ugh. But like, looking at maps and like seeing things from a different perspective, really interesting, but you never like really did that. I don't know, school was really boring. School is not for certain types of people. I really wish that school could evaluate itself in a way where it didn't see itself as like a must-have institution for people that age, right? Like, it should be much more like how do you develop people's needs and skills for society, because some people just ain't cut out for school. Like the format of it or whatever don't work. Like, learning is great. I love learning about different things, but just not the way we learned about them at school. Just suck the life out of everything. I'm going to leave this one with a bit of a hollow root, actually. I like the idea of that. That's kind of cool. I like that. And then maybe one in... I don't know. We've got to have some areas that are a little bit open, so I think we'll put one here and kind of cluster a few together. So there's a bit of an open bit, but it's kind of surrounded as well. Jason Hayes says, our school system is terrifyingly outdated as well. It didn't change in 100 years, but everything else did. That must be really out of date then. Like, things were extremely different 100 years ago. They still have the cane. Surely things like that are gone, right? 100 years ago, you would have got the cane. Some teachers make it feel less like school, says Try to a Star. That is true. A good teacher can yeah, definitely get you interested in stuff. Right, another one over here. Hi, I'm a follower and a subscriber to your YouTube channel, says Akel. Welcome, Akel. Thank you for following and subscribing. I appreciate that support. Make a large tree of roots arcing out in the gravel and water and ground. I'm not sure about doing a big tree. It's on the cards. It's definitely on the cards. You know, I'm not one for being terribly creative on camera. I like to do all that stuff off camera because I can, you know, concentrate and think. And I feel like that's an important part of being creative, is sort of thinking things through. You know? So generally on camera what we do is a lot of the grindy stuff, a lot of the repetitive, you know, we've already figured out what we're doing in this area, so now we're just kind of fleshing it out and making it work. I'm liking it though. This is looking really cool around here. I feel like there is a bit of a broad gap, so we're going to put... Actually, why don't we just put one right next door to this and see how it plays out. Yeah, that's not so bad. Something like that. Always going to look from a different perspective. Let's grab Firework Rocket. As a teacher who really loves my job, I think it falls less with school as a format and more about how we are forced to teach. Most teachers want to make everything exciting and interesting. However, our current government policy on education values exams, not learning. Into Mivian. Yeah, that's a really nice point, and I pretty much agree with you on that one. That would probably help shape school differently, you know, like that's, you know, the most boring stuff you did at school was always when it related to you got to know this, you got to know that for this exam or whatever. That's what they taught you. They taught you how to, you know, do an exam, which is extremely boring, so you lose interest, you're not good at doing the exams. It's you know, on some levels, I'm sure there's good reasons to have it structured like that. On other levels, not so much, you know. Skip Varm says it's a little bit ironic that you don't like building on streams because I think the creative streams are more interesting to watch. Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. I find them more interesting. I'm not a fan of particularly watching the grindy stuff, but it's what I can do. Like, I would like to do creative stuff on camera, but I'm such a quiet person when I'm creative, you know. I've got to focus and think, and I don't know, it just doesn't ever feel like that happens when I stream. Tried to do creative stuff before when streaming, and it just feels kind of difficult because if it ain't working, then all of a sudden it's like, ah, well, I'm streaming this ain't going to be interesting for people. And yeah, there's a little bit out here that I think, a little bit of coastal area. We'll get a couple of trees in this space now. My current government policy sucks when it comes to early education. Teacher unions really don't help the situation either, says Examen. Yeah, I don't know much about the teacher unions, but here's the problem. Like, power structures are generally quite resistant to change. So where you have conglomerates of power, like, you know, unions or schooling boards or whatever, they generally are trying to do the thing that they know. So when someone comes along and says, oh, we should abandon doing exams, they're like, what? No, we're here to do exams. So, you know, new ideas are resisted by the old, and progress can be slow. Alright, that's kind of nice. I think we've got this part of the swamp over here nicely done. We're going to go around and modify some of the little bits that I did earlier. Lots of suggestions to put pods on, so we're going to put down some more flowers, do the stone pressure plates, all that kind of stuff. McRae Loader says, I actually know a few teachers who thinks the school system structure sucks. Yeah, well, teachers have probably a better understanding of how it works than most of us, especially me. I mean, I was in school yonkies ago, right? Like, you know, if you're critiquing something, the people that are part of it aren't necessarily going to be defensive of it. They might agree. We got a noise in the ear donation here from Eagle Fam. Thank you as always for the support. Just a love heart. I appreciate that, Eagle. I hope you enjoyed today's stream, and thank you as always for the continued support. Alison says, Suba, I love your guitar videos. I'm glad you enjoy them. I love making them. The log fella is back, says Eminis. Yeah, I'm chopping down trees. Back in action. Or did Ren log on? Ren didn't log on. So we need to grab some... Oh, did you know that part of the stuff is out here? X, in your opinion, do you think teachers should wear uniforms? I'm kind of not like a big fan of uniform. Uniform ties into authority a lot of the time. I find authority an interesting subject as well. You know, like you hear these little stories of... I heard this story of someone who used to, I think it was like, he was a criminal, but he dressed up as a postman, and he would like be near a post box, right, when it's got an out of order sign. He like gets a bag, tapes it over, puts a little sign out of order, and then he stands near the post box, and people are like, oh, you're the postman? And it's like, yeah, and you know, oh yeah, I'll take your mail, it's broken or whatever, and then opens the mail, sees if there's any money in it. Like, it's kind of a bad example because it's, you know, like that's someone being bad. That's probably the real problem. But I don't know. I just find uniforms and authoritarianism interesting subjects. You know, like I think I prefer things not to have uniform. But there's obviously like a purpose to uniform at times. But that always comes with some sort of given authority or power over someone else. X, do you have any acoustic guitars? I do have one. I do have one. Oh, do you know what? Uniform, the way of stripping your independence and telling you to be like everyone else. Conformitism at its worst, says Dr. Logic. Sometimes, you know, sometimes, like, maybe a little bit. I haven't, like, thought about this topic at length to discuss it, but I always think there's measures to stuff. There's always a scale. There's always a way to go, hang on a minute, to every point, right? And so, with something like that, what you're saying, yeah, there's definitely a part of that going on, but more so in some places than the other. Like, the military would be a prominent place to point out. Like, military is very much revolve around a chain of command, following orders, and, you know, conforming and not being an individual, making individual choices, which is kind of scary, because if someone up the top gets it wrong, people down the chain of commands who might have a better understanding of what's going on, they have to get it wrong as well. Why did I come back here, man? I thought of something and then... me and me gossips. Me and me gossips. Right, we needed some of these as well. And I kind of need more. And do you know where it is? They're up in these chests. I did look in these, didn't I? I did look and it didn't jog my memory. Terrible. You're fired, X. You're fired. Get off the stream. Let's get someone else in here. School uniform teaches you to look after yourself and discipline, says Just Bloom Za. Now I would say no, like, it doesn't teach you that. I learned those things not through uniform. I learned things like looking after yourself and discipline through anti-authoritarianism ideas. Like punk and hardcore taught me more about those sorts of things than any school did or uniform. But it's different for each person, right? Like, I'm not saying you're wrong. Everything's got this scale, and for me, those things, like, it didn't work. I couldn't sort of blindly abide, so to speak. Back in secondary school, uniforms, according to my discipline master, was there to ensure all students are equal, because you can't tell who's more money and things like that. This is why I like discussion. This is why I like multiple people talking about the same thing and not closing yourself into your own ideas, because that's a really great point. It does eliminate some of the other problems that our society has, you know. Wealth inequality, that can really affect kids, you know. There we go. Right, it's time to do a Skelly Bob. Are you ready, peeps? I think I'm not ready. No, we're off to a terrible start. Come in the water. Come in the water. Right, you're getting name tags, sucker. Don't drown. You're getting name tags. You're captured. Right, follow me. Don't get captured. That's the lyrics to a song I've been listening to. What song is that? Someone just shouts, "Don't get captured." I love it. X, do you watch Minecraft Evolution by Grian, says Apple Pro Gamer. I do as it goes. I've been really enjoying that series. Right, so now we've got to get the sucker down here. I kind of need to see him in here, though. Oi! Oi! Don't stop following me. Ow! Okay, you can kick my butt. We're well aware of this. Ow! I need to... No! I need to eat! That's gonna make... Skelly Bob! I didn't mean to make it harder. Come on, come on. Yep. Huh. No! Wait. Yes! You can actually be in there. Yeah, you don't need to be directly under the... Oh, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that madness. Hannabis says, I think this was important in my school in particular, as we were the low end of the educational food chain, which sadly meant that more kids were on financial assistance, weren't well off. Yeah, the point... Was it you who made that original point? Yeah, absolutely. Chat is moving very fast. Drashan Shimmer says, I think authority is great when I'm the person with it. Now that quote is... That's kind of fascinating to me, because although it's a joke, it's kind of like... And that's why authority is bad, because some people want it. Some people want that power. And when people want power, it's usually... not motivated by the good things. This is what I was saying when we were talking about moderation the other day, that I give power to the people who try to help other people, not people who want the power. Dangerously close to a derp there, X, says TS Storm. I don't know, like, it's always going to be ridiculous playing around with mobs, you know. You lot just love derping, didn't you? Go on, type it in chat. I just want to see you derp. That's all I want to see. You ain't getting no derps today, I tell you, peeps. The brain is on form. We got a zombie with a shovel! Where do you want to go, buddy? I ain't even got a place for you yet, man. Come on. Come on, Mr. Zomblebutt. You can have one right here, actually. We'll... Oh, I've got to be quick then, haven't I? We'll make a little hole for you down here. And we got to surround it with the... Yep, and then get rid of that one. Yep. Oh, hang on. No, don't hit me too many times, man. I got the thorns. Oh, goodness me. Herbity derp. That's what people are typing in chat. They're typing herbity derp. Right, I got a feeling it's going to be tricky to get out of there. Oh, look, it is, because that needs to be lower. Right, if I make this like... Oh, I should put a ender pearl on here. If I make that like too low and then... Zombo! Zombo! I'm flying! What's... Zombo? No, bad Zombo. Don't look at the villagers. Don't look at the villagers. Yep. Come on, we're going down here. Yeah. Right. Oh, you're in here with me now. And now we're out. Okay. You've been captured, sucker. You've been captured. We got another one. We need to mark the trees where they've been captured. That's what we need to do. I hear another groan. Actually, it's probably the same groan. Oh, there's another one! Oh no! Oh no! Quick! Yeah, you're getting captured, sucker! Didn't you see what happened to your friend? Okay, I need some dirt. That's coarse dirt. Stay away from zombie. You're over. Okay. No, that's bad. Badness. Okay, can I get you in here? Zombie! Hi! I'm just down in this hole. It's really cold. Oh, look, there's villagers down here. Yeah! He fell for my trick. He thought there were villagers down there. You're a silly sausage. That's what you are. Can I get... I can't kind of put a block down. I will do this. I will put the root of the tree there. And now when we remove all of this, it shouldn't get drowned. No! Okay, no drowning. Drowning not allowed here. Right. Whew. Okay, that was kind of... Jeez. That was kind of panicky. Alright, I might have stressed a bit too much there. Let's leave a jungle wood on each tree that has a mob in it. So that one, oh, where was the other one? It was like the middle one over here. I think it was this one. But I can hear it, so we'll put a marker there. Right, and I think I'm done with that for now. I don't know. Don't know how many more mobs. Maybe a witch would be a really good one to get. Yeah, we'll probably wait until we get more unique mobs over here. Why are the mobs? Says Dover Hill. So the zombie, sorry, the mangrove has creepy noises in it, and we're going to put parrots in here to mimic their sounds. Mikey says, but X, without a chain of command in the military, it also would not work. You need that in something like the military. I think we don't need a military though. You know, I'll put, like, you can throw all sorts of arguments at me for that. I just think the way to solve, like Gandhi said, is there is no path to peace. The peace is the path. You've got to stop fighting. You can't solve the problem by building weapons and stuff. Building weapons is the problem. That's the way I see it. You know. Jason Hay says yes, pacifism. You could probably call it pacifism, and then there's probably loads of people that have got, like, you know, some good arguments against pacifism. But I really think that's it for us. You know, we've got to learn to coexist, because anything that isn't coexisting really doesn't work, in my mind. Did you get stone pressure plates? No, I didn't forget them. I remembered them. Look, they're here. Yeah, that's what we were doing. So let's go around. We're going to cover everything with stone pressure plates. Some of these over here might have had them popped off where I was rearranging them. We're going to put down some podzol. Do you know what will look good? I just had an idea. So where leave little bits under here, like bits of muck. A little bit of muck here and there, I think, would do this thing some good. You know, just on the underneath bit here, around these logs. I think they'll look real good, actually. Maybe sometimes going a little bit higher than expected. The OSIP says, unfortunately, there are some people in the world who don't share your peaceful views. We can't let them just come and take over, and worse. Yeah, but then you end up with the fight between the lesser of two evils. I'm not saying that that my idea or whatever is the solution to the problem. Everything's a complicated mess. It's crazy. I like hearing different people's opinions on this sort of stuff. But personally, that's like one of the things that makes the most sense to me. Is just it's like this, you know, you can't have wars without soldiers. Like if we didn't find reasons to fight one another, there'd be no fight. But somehow everyone everywhere on either side is convinced. You know, like if there's a conflict between two sides, I think you've got to realise that the majority of people are like you. That most of us on this planet are good, yet somehow we get fooled into fighting each other, right? And so it's like the soldiers on one side are like the soldiers on another. They've all been fed information that, you know, aligns with their reason to go and make this sacrifice, or however they perceive their actions, right? And it's like there's probably more in common than you realise, but somehow, you know, these big power structures of countries that we have end up in these conflicts with one another for various reasons. I hate war, but my time in the military taught me good morals and behaviours. Not every soldier is a killing machine, they're humans as well, says Carrier Bro. Absolutely, absolutely. That's what I was sort of saying a second ago, you know, like, you've probably got more in common with your enemy than you realise, because usually it's, like they say, the poor fight the wars for the rich, right, you know? War is started with religion, says Eon4. Not always, sometimes, yeah. You know, I used to hear a lot of talk about, you know, religion causes wars, it's horrible, bruh. It's like, yeah, people cause wars. Like, religion's one of those things that just sort of gets in there and is a catalyst or whatever. Or not a catalyst, like, you know, we find reasons to do stuff, and sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's something else. Hannabis says, loving the conversations we are having today. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Because, as I said the other day, I'm not too keen on having like one-way discussion, but I feel like today we're getting a nice little balance. We're getting some people waging in with some nice ideas, and we're hearing other people's perspectives, which is what I'm about. Got to hear different sides of the coin, you know. The Suma Fanaroni says, guys, it's turning into deep stream. Everyone hide. Put the world leaders on an island somewhere and make them shoot each other. The one who survives wins. Easy peasy, says Branta Falls. Yeah, but who's going to sign up for that? Which world leader's going to go, I'll give that a shot then. Yeah, I think I'll do that. No. You know, that ain't going to happen. Little too much dirt under the bridge, says Nova Hill. Yeah, it's becoming a bit concurrent, and it's always like next to... Well, actually, what if we go with this a little bit more, right? What if we maybe link it about a bit? Like, we've kind of stuck to the same pattern here. Yeah, definitely not over the place. Just in patches, maybe a little bit more correlation. Something like that. Now it looks like it's got a bit more of like a ridge. It's there. Something happened or whatever. But what I was doing is I was putting it all on the inside, which I think was the problem. So with a little bit more on the outside. Yeah, and I've probably gone a bit overboard. In this direction, we'll clean it up a little bit. Slow mode. Why chat on slow mode, bruh? Says Kazaritic. Just means I can read chat a little bit easier, doesn't it? Did I read this resubscribe out? Intermedium42 for 5 months in a row. Thank you for your resubscription if I forgot it earlier. Okay, so what's been your favourite part of the series so far? What series? What were we talking about? Oh, maybe the Evo series? In general, I think I just like seeing the old game and seeing someone play it with fresh eyes. You're seeing the old game being played with the knowledge of what you can do in the future. I think that's kind of like the big deal for that series, if that's what we're talking about. I think actually I'm going to just knock a couple of bits away over here. There isn't actually a lot of dirt and stuff yet on this side over here, so let's go a little bit sparingly around this area. And where we do add in podzol, it's going to be pretty sparse. Probably not a lot of these things going on, you know. Probably not a lot of those. Let's put one right there. Yeah, I like this. Keeping it nice and sparse. That thing's making some cool noises. Bam! Noise in my ear. I never read the rest of Intermeven's message. So, Zavam TV, we subscribed 4 months in a row. So, forgot about my resub. Derp on me. Derp on you, my friend. Derp on you. Appreciate Appreciate the support. Intermiven saying, also, as far as uniform goes, it does have the advantage of stopping bullying of kids whose parents can't afford fancy clothes and things like that. That is actually what someone brought up earlier. Maybe I did read your message there. Maybe it was you. Yeah, there's disadvantages, advantages to everything. There's always multiple ways of looking at everything. You know, I watched a video the other day about it went into the YouTube ad thing that's happened lately, but it had a very different angle on it. It was talking about some people with, you know, extreme views in the eyes of YouTube having a free mouth on YouTube and making money off of it as well. Like some people call it hate speech, and it was going over the kind of YouTube demonetization policy from that angle over there. I found it kind of fascinating, but again, like, it seemed like the channels that this video were pointing out and talking about, the ones that have been targeted politically for their talk or whatever, it just seemed very one-sided videos, very one-sided outlooks on life. I think really healthy to have conversation, to get different sides of a coin. I much prefer it when I watch content where it's not one person going yap 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 about this one thing, you know, the way I see it, I'm right, bruh, these people, those people, whatever. Like, you know, present all the different sides of the story, because that's like, life's not black and white, life's complicated and full of greys and blurry lines and things we can't quite figure out. Just think it's better to have discussion. Anyway, so the video on YouTube is talking about how YouTube's trying to demonetize this, and it means that, you know, YouTube is, let's say, air quotes, censoring free speech, right? Taking money away from people through the power of monetization when they express their worldviews and opinions on certain subjects. And it comes down to, like, is that fair? Is that acceptable? Should everyone have a fair platform, like, to speak on? Should everyone be allowed on here? Are Nazis allowed on here? You know, like, it's. I'm personally believe that everyone should have the right to say whatever they want. I think people can say things that'll hurt you, but I think censorship can be very dangerous. And so even when people even the people who want to say that they want to censor certain types of people should be able to say that. But on YouTube it becomes so much more scarier, because what YouTube doesn't do is provide you with two sides of a coin. If you start watching some of these videos, you know, political or whatever, YouTube is going to then start recommending you the same type of content over and over again, and you can very easily end up watching tons of information that just reinforces the same ideas and doesn't expose you to alternative ideas and other ways of seeing that subject matter. You know? Is he not talking, says Dan Overhead. I'm talking, I thought I was talking, I was waffling a bit. Some folks can only bring hate, not criticism, says Spotty Skunk. Yeah, so, I mean, some of those videos did seem rather hateful, but again, like, if someone who's full of hate might not, like, realise that their opinions are fueled by that, you know? Sometimes they think it's the other way around. It's no, that fuels the hate, whereas really it can be the other way around. Casey Neistat and Jimmy Kimmel's situation shows how hypocritical YouTube is, says K. Sarah Git. I would disagree, and I would say it shows that YouTube has a lack of transparency on how it operates. I specifically looked into that very thing some years ago. Do networks, do other people in YouTube have the power to, outside of YouTube, have the power to go in and change and control what ads appear on your videos? Definitive answer that I could find from YouTube and a network executive who uploads videos basically talking about, like, what running a network is like on YouTube. That was kind of like what this person did, and like they both categorically stated that all YouTube advertisements were handled by YouTube, divvied out by YouTube's system, and no third-party networks had any say in, like, oh, we're going to display these ads on that person's video. And like that information was 2 years ago, something like that. But something obviously changed at some point then, and they started doing this, but they didn't tell anyone. They don't explain. They have no transparency. The communication is poor. You know, they're late to announce and explain when they're cutting off people's livelihoods on their videos. It's a poor amount of communication. Now, when they do these things, like, you know, it can seem like censorship, it can seem like something more evil, but I think the reality is it's inadequacy. YouTube, if you think about it, is a massive platform that is distributing insane quantities of video all around the globe. Now, that is not something that can be orchestrated by one person alone, or probably even understood by one person alone. It must take large teams of people all over the place doing different jobs to keep the wheels of YouTube going around. And because of that, I believe that it must make it internally difficult to actually get YouTube to be responsive to what's going on around it. It's like such a big beast to operate that they struggle to react to what's going on. And yeah, I don't think it boils down to them being, you know, censorship or against the freedom of speech or something like that. But in this one case, it kind of seemed like they did, as I was talking about a moment ago. I think YouTube is not the problem. By demonetizing it, it will also give YouTube less money. I think the people who make the ads are forcing YouTube, says Slavink. From what YouTube have communicated, it does very much seem like they are bowing to the demands of their advertisers, who do not want to be associated with the various controversial stuff that's happening on YouTube that has caused this whole sort of adpocalypse and the demonetization stuff going on. I feel like this little open area here needs to be a bit swampy. Let's just throw in some podzol scattered about like that. I think that looks nice. Let's put a flower back there. Alright, I think we've gone around and done a really good job so far. X capture with a skeleton, says Blockhead. That's a great idea, Blockhead. I need to get Derp over here. In fact, Derp should really open up a shop, shouldn't they? So I can hire their services. I love ducks says, why are you messing with my mind? What? I'm not trying to mess with anyone's mind. King Clash, we're going to use the pressure plates. I like them a heck of a lot more than the carpets. Ramsloth says, the problem with these big companies have decided to be in charge of monitoring and influencing what people think. In reality, it would be much better for them to stay out of it. Well, Ramsloth, the thing there is that, let's say they've not decided to be in charge of influencing what people think. They've created something that has done that, right? Algorithms, YouTube, Facebook, and the whole phenomena of fake news. Basically, Facebook is plagued with fake news. You know, those little stories that you see on your timeline that are shared, that everyone's probably seen one that is entirely fake. You know, a caption and an image, and all of a sudden an idea has been created. Some of it has been pointed out for being used for, you know, negative reasons or whatever. I'm not trying to say like one side or uses it or another. Like, it applies to everything. Like, there is fake news happening on that platform. So when then Facebook has to go and clean it up, like YouTube is doing now, when they're like, actually, this is a bad thing. We can't have the spreading of fake information. Like, if we agree that's a thing. Then they have to go in and clean it up. Then some people get angry about, you know, censorship and freedom of speech. But like, do we have the freedom to spread false information, you know, and lies? Like, surely not. Surely that's more damaging. It's, you know, it's like a double-sided sword, really. Whatever side you land on, someone's going to disagree with you, and there's good and bads to both sides. Spotty Skunk says, anyone could abuse a platform. Yeah, I mean, any kind of platform can be abused. Makes sense, doesn't it? There's probably examples of the old news media being manipulated in ways as well for certain people's gains or whatever. If you make a roof over your spawning platform, you will get more mobs spawning during the day, though. That's a really good point. Let's go put a roof on it then. Let's grab my dirt and not accidentally use up all the coarse dirt and stuff like that. Let's chuck those things into here then. So there's some more dirt. Those things can go in there. Hey, wood platforms is Dogie Master. I'm just gonna... Oh, do you know what? We should probably make it out of slabs. I got loads of slabs back in the base that we could use, because then things won't spawn on top, right? Oh, I love this song. This one's good. Except of doing time lapses, you should do slow motion, says Dat Shorich. You know, when would be a good time to slow-mo stuff, you know? I think fake news is a good... Oh, what was that? I think fake news is a good thing because people are starting to think more critically about what they see. Okay, so a bad thing can lead to a good thing. I would not disagree with that. I think there could be an upside. In 5 or 10 years, all of a sudden, information could be a lot smarter. But what if it's not? Because some people are starting to learn that. But again, the echo chamber, the bubble effect, the fact that information is fed to us through algorithms, when you start to learn about, oh, wait a minute, we're being fed information that is similar to other information that we've been seeing, if you get yourself on that path of falling into fake news or stuff that's not legit, you'll get fed more of it over and over again, especially if you believe and read and look at these articles. These algorithms are pushing this stuff onto you. So if you start, like myself, to go looking for the people who are looking into this, doing research, making video essays, talking about what's happening with this fake news, like how is this being done, what's being done about it, you get pushed more of that information, and it makes you feel like there's lots of people that know about this now, but you're being hemmed into a little hedge. The internet is massive, and there are lots of little, you know, secluded communities everywhere, and some of those communities are learning about fake news and all of this stuff, while other ones may not have a clue. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I came here to get slabs, didn't I? Also, I saw someone asking me in chat if I've made progress on the mob heads room. I haven't worked on it in a while. I feel kind of bad. Like, I feel like I've just lost my steam a little bit. I really don't like losing steam for projects. I also don't like working on them when I don't have the steam for them. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Eon says, wow, X is an egghead. I'm an egghead? Do you know what? Here's the other thing. How many more mobs do I want to get from here? I probably want to capture a spider. And actually, I don't think doing this is probably the best of ideas, really. You know, speaking of the mob heads, let's go work on that for a little bit. We've been over here all the time. I'm going to rattle my brain about what mobs will spawn in here, and maybe I want to get a couple more skeletons. I don't know, but right now, let's not build a roof. Let's actually go and work on or prepare for the mob head stuff a little bit, because I know kind of what needs to be done next. Cool, this place is getting dark, isn't it? Really dark in here. Witches in your swamp biome, says Biopitic Arc. Yeah, absolutely. We need some witches in here. Not Chiro says, I mean, we're always hemmed into our little hedge. It depends on what we search for. Are you quoting me there? Because I did say hedge, which didn't make any sense. Right, we got noises in my ear. I haven't read them in a while. I'm bad. Web Junkie, 12 minutes ago, resubscribed 6 months in a row, saying 6 months of listening to Assumer explain, exhaustion, and expand while effortlessly, exuberantly extracting and excavating many blocks. I like that. That was a poem of ease, and I appreciate that, Web Junkie. Thank you for the nice little poem. Let's read it again. 6 months of listening to Exuma explain, exploration, and expound while effortlessness. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. And exuberantly extracting and excavating many blocks. I butchered it, but what did you expect? Lol Bozo is here, resubscribed for 11 months in a row, saying, Assumer, I've been watching your videos since Season 2. You've really helped me a ton. I used to be bothered by bullies, but you taught me offense is taken, not given. You also introduced me to new music and gotten me into running. Glad I should jokes. Or should. I'm not sure what that says, that last bit. Should. Thank you for the lovely message, buddy. I'm glad you got on some positivity from all of this. I appreciate the support, of course. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Leah Layer is here with a donation saying, don't read out loud. Jeez, Leah, you could have just sent me a message on Discord. Let's have a read then. To myself. To myself. Leah, this message is about Discord as well. The way I use Discord to communicate is it's like, right, now's communication time. Load up Discord, message everyone, log off. Like, I try not to leave it on because then I get distracted by it, you know. I try and do one thing at a time. You know, multitasking is a good thing, but sometimes it can be really distracting. So earlier today, I was just logging on and logging off whenever I needed to communicate with someone. And so that's why I logged off after a messenger. That's all. Will and Smith. Will Smith! I remember now. Will Smith is not in the way. There's some stuff that I need to move here in order to move. We need to move the cows and the pigs. Well, there's only one pig now. I am pig. You are pig, aren't you? I don't think we'll actually end up doing anything with these fellas. They were going to be for a farm. But we're going to build a little village area right here. We might want to go into the wolf area a bit as well. So I need to move that. And I wanted to move the chickens. I think the chickens are in the way. But let's make them a little pen. Just in this space. Next to where all of this brightness is from the storage system. That's never going to get messed around with. And we can give them their own little sanctuary area over here for now. Temporary. Temporary. They're not getting anything permanent. They ain't getting nothing permanent, you know. Oh, almost let you escape, didn't I? Will Smith, eh? Troublemaker. Gonna star in a movie, are ya? Jeez. Ulav has resubscribed 10 months in a row. Said 10 months. Awesome. Love the discussion this stream has gotten into. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Hey, Asuma, what's your passenger rail like where you live? Says Mook Rail Loader. I use the trains quite often to go to London and back for gigs, and they're usually really reliable and good, which is all right, I guess. Apple Pro Gamer says, "What's the first game you ever played, if you know?" The earliest game I can remember playing is Doom. So, other than that, really, Doom is like literally it. That's all I can remember. No, actually, no. I played some games on the Amstrad as a kid. There was this one game where the ball rolls towards you, and it's on different coloured blocks, and the blocks roll off the screen, and you have to steer like left and right. And some of the blocks make the ball jump, and some of them slow them down and speed them up. It was really cool. Will Smith find out at 10. Oh. Should name those animals the opposite. Look at the cow. Yeah, I like that. Look at the cow. You look at the cow, it's like look at the pig. You're like, what? I'm confused. I've been doing this for hours. I've been going back and forth. Let's grab some fences. I had loads of these earlier and I left them over where we built that platform, didn't I? That's where they are. So I kind of want to usher them over there. What can I use to move the mobs? What do they like? Some of them like wheat. Some of them probably like carrots and potatoes. I can't remember. I can't remember. Do you have a PlayStation? Says Mav Grease. I do. Got a PlayStation 4. Hardly ever use it though. Leah says, but you didn't answer my question. You told me to read it to myself. Oh. Wait, you probably... Oh, sorry, I got distracted by the end of the question. No, Leah, I was just saying hello. Go to sleep, you. Get some rest. Okay? Don't be waiting around for this derp. Let's get a little 3x3 going on over here. Right, and now we've got to sort of usher them into this area. The wolves like bones, man. It's so simple. Let's go grab some bones. That's what they like. Man, I remember. I know how to play this game. Is it a swamp? There are no slimes. That's another good mob we could put in there. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I need to think about it, right? I needed to rattle my brain. Bones. That was what we came back for. X, you should put some Halloween decorations around your base. A few pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns here and there, says Dr. Logic. I've never been that festive, especially for Halloween. I've never really been into doing that stuff too much. Right, now you fellas, are you going to follow the bone? What's going on? They're not tamed yet, are they? But they're looking at me like they like me. Do they like the meat? I don't know. Don't know what to do with them. Maybe some leads. Maybe some leads will get them over here. Right, I'm back and forth over and over again. Goodness me, these animals are getting the better of me. Leah, thank you for your donation, appreciate it. Go sleep. You didn't have to do that though. Flowcap says, hey X, do you actually play guitar in a band? Love today's cover a lot. I don't play in a band, I just like to play along to my favourite songs. Leads. We're looking for leads. Not the city. I could have swore I had a chest with them in here. Well, they'll be in my ender chest. X question. The middle of your base, I don't think you ever explained what it is. Is it just going to be an ocean, or will you ever turn it into something else? Maybe another planet. I'm just going to leave the ocean as it is. You know, I'm just going to leave it alone. Let it be what it is. Goodness me. I go back and forth all the time. I'm getting sick of this. It's supposed to be a simple little job. This is probably the real reason I haven't worked on the mob heads room in ages, because I needed to move those animals, and somehow it takes forever to move them. You think it would be simple, but it's not. Okay, so we want to pick those things up. We're going to put them back in here. Where is it? Oh, it's there. Alright. Now we'll go back. X, what would your dream place to live be, says Harvey J Gaming? Oh, I think I'd like some sort of kind of spacious, but not spacious. Like big open space, but not like take up a crazy amount of space. Like semi-modern, big glass windows, but living out in the wild, living in the middle of a forest, right? You know, like the sun shines into the windows. Something that's like not modern, but like smartly designed to be environmentally friendly as well. You know, I actually watched this channel. Oh my goodness me! I keep walking back. Why can't I do anything? Why can't I do anything properly? Right. Get distracted. Stop messaging me, peeps. You're slowing me down. Look at this silly old streaming. Alright, asking me messages, expecting me not to derp. Goodness me. Right, let's get these fellas out of here now. Will Smith, right, come with me. Smith will go with Will Smith. Come on, I can't make jokes on the fly. You guys are going to have to provide the comedy now. Come on. That's right, that's right. There we go, yeah. Look at the lights. Look at those fancy lights over there. Aha! Captured! Captured! You ain't smarter than X. That's what you ain't. Okay, time for the next ones. Free leads, free mobs. Let's also pick up these. Hannabis says, I think X is avoiding talking about the gigantic ocean around his base that is totally not an ocean. It's an ocean. Why? What's with you people? It's an ocean, okay? Leave it alone. X, how many times you killed the Ender Dragon? I don't think I even killed it once this season. Or maybe we did. I seem to recall Mumbo dying a lot of times when we were fighting it. You know, there's a thing in this game called armor, and if you just get some, the game becomes a lot easier. I remember earlier on in the season, a lot of people just... Was it this season or last? I don't know. But dying in the End Dragon fight is... All you got to do is get some good old armor on you, you know. I'll tell you what's missing in my armor though. I don't have blast protection. I'm not sure where I put that. It's supposed to be on somewhere here. Oh, I do have blast protection on my helmet. Huh. Thought I didn't have that. Well, maybe I'm missing something else. Feather falling, protection. Fire protection is what I'm missing. Oh, do we actually have 3 cows here? How do we have 3 cows? Well, Piggy, it's your chance to escape. If you want to do some magic and fool us live on the stream, now's your chance, buddy. I'm turning my back for a split second. I thought we had 2 pigs and 2 cows. Maybe one of them transformed. Okay, there we go. Yep, they're all walking in like there's a treat in here. There's no treat. See you later. Okay, now it's time for the piggy. Piggy's next. Piggy's gonna have a little cell. Calling it a cell now, am I? It's getting quite cruel, this, isn't it? Piggy, you didn't get far enough. You didn't escape, okay? You didn't do a good enough job. Hi X, when was the first time you played Minecraft? Says Omum Narc. I think I figured it out. It was like March 2011. A long time ago. And when I played that game, I said in 6 years from now, I'll be talking to thousands of people around the internet, being a complete spoon, being a derp, playing this game still. That's what I thought. No, I had no idea. No idea. Although it was obvious the game was special. I can't remember when I really realised. Actually, I don't know. Like it was gradual. There wasn't like a moment when you're like, "Ah, this is my job now," or whatever. Like it was just gradual. It just one thing kept leading to another. You know, I was having fun doing this. Then someone said you can make money from it, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, you know, whatever." then they Red Eyes showed me how to monetize my videos properly, and then it was like, "Oh, I'm making a $5 a day." What? Like if I keep this going, like maybe that $5 will turn into a tenner. Who knows where it could go? Yeah, and here we are many years later. Yeah, there was just a point where I was earning more money than I was at my actual job, which was terrible, by the way, the money I was earning there. Couldn't get any proper work. And then I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to go for this. Like, I feel like I have to give it a shot, because you don't know where it's going to go. And now it's been my job for like a few years. It's been amazing. Loved it. Best years of my life. X, what were some of your biggest fails, funny moments in your first Minecraft experience? Well, first night I went and I got killed. I was out in the wild and I got killed, right? And I couldn't even see the zombies because the game used to be very dark. Oh yeah, here's a little job that I wanted to do, by the way. I wanted to look at this and the next one and try and see if I'd done something wrong here. Because there's 2 of these and one of them don't work. Let's take those blocks. So that one there, we want to go look at. Yeah, so I basically, got killed by zombies that I could barely see. It was terrifying. Couldn't believe it. This game's scary. Then I hid in a hole in the wall. And when I hid in the hole in the wall, it kind of hit me all of a sudden. It was like, this game is amazing. I've just I thought I built the best thing ever, okay? I built an upstairs and a downstairs. It was nothing but stone. This stone right here, there was nothing interesting about it. It was just an ugly box in a wall, but I thought it was the best thing ever. Cosmonaut says, was your family supportive in YouTube decision? Absolutely, yeah. They were totally on board with it. X, what do you think about when people have the audacity to ask for likes and subscriptions? It's just, I don't know, like, it's personal, like, for each different person who does it. I'm not really a big fan of doing it. It's kind of easy to say at the end of the video, you know, someone's watched all the way through, you know, give it a like or whatever. Some people really hustle it. I don't really judge it. It's just like each person will find their thing, how they feel about it. But I think the reality is, yep, you're on a system where if you do and say those things, you do get rewarded. You know, and who wouldn't want to, you know, establish themselves on this platform for the long run? And if you get your viewers in the habit of doing those things, it will help you in the long run. I came back for a torch, I believe, of all things. And then forgot why I came back. Let's grab a torch. A roast feast says, hey X, was there ever a time where you lived with other people while making YouTube videos? Yep, I used to live with my parents when I was making YouTube videos. I'd like to go down. Why am I made a system for this? Jeez. Made a system for this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is compare the two, right? And that's going to be kind of tricky, because I can't really see this the same way. One thing I've noticed different, right, they point up. They both point the same direction, that's what I did see. I should probably do this for myself and take a screenshot and not do this on camera, but let's see if I can spot whatever's different quickly. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that. I'm going to open it and put it on my other screen. I'm going to minimize that for a second so I can still see chat. And let's go over here and go back. And I've ripped everything out. Let's put those blocks back. I like making those funny noises. Okay, and then I can compare the two. So, I'm going to sort of get in a similar position. See, that's the sound of me hitting my head. That's what I sound like after I've hit my head. Okay, right, now I'm gonna do a quick comparison, peeps. So I've not got chat on my screen or anything like that. I need to go a little bit higher. So I was looking down like this. Okay, so that's pointing down. Those are definitely pointing up. I have noticed one thing that's kind of different. No, I know why it's different. Yeah, everything's pretty much the same. So I don't know. I don't know why this one doesn't work and the other one does. Well, I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that. That thing's forever not going to work and annoy me, I guess. Yeah. Right, we're going to wrap up the live stream here, peeps. It's been a good one. We did some good progress over in the mangrove. Captured a couple of mobs. Had a good discussion. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed your time here at the stream today. It'll be uploaded to my second channel. And right now we'll go and do a raid. So stick around if you'd like to be a part of that. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for subscribing, resubscribing, donating and cheering. All the people hanging out in chat, all the people who hit follow, all the people just watching. I appreciate you coming by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's raid a random... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, let's raid someone in the Minecraft community. Feel like I haven't done that in a while. So if you want to go to a random Minecraft channel, maybe I'll find something cool for you. Then stick around. I'm going to go down and try and find something in English. I seem to have trouble with that lately. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna end the stream, but I'll find you a channel and I'll host it in a second. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye bye.